Welcome to the Nothing Much Just Chillin' Show with your hosts Emma and Julio. Nothing much, just chillin' show. Nothing much, just a chillin'.
Welcome back to NMJC, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Emma, and this is my podcast called Nothing Much, Just Chillin'. And today we are chillin' with my very good friend Sam. Oh my god, I forgot to ask you how to pronounce your name. I forgot to ask you how to pronounce your last name. I literally was thinking that when I walked to you, I was like, I need to, that's the first thing I need to do.
No, it's okay. That. No, it's Friske. No one knows.
Friske.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I have people who have known me for 5+ years, don't know how to pronounce my last name.
They say Frisk.
Well, and then I was a kid, it was a big thing because they'd always be like, as a kid.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, that's a risky last name.
I had adults coming up to me like, oh, are you Frisky? I was like 6 years old. But my dumb, I'm a kid. So I only knew Frisky's cat food. And I was such a little smart Alex. So I was like, excuse me, it's impossible to be a cat food. So I don't know what you guys are saying right now.
That's so funny. Okay, keep it a little closer.
Yes,
no, that was, oh my God.
Yes,
oh, wow.
That was my.
And so when you finally learned, then you were like, okay.
Well, yeah, no, then it was
rolling. I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was like, okay, y'all are a little weird. But
oh my God. Yeah. And that's obviously your dad's last name,
yes.
Right? Did he go through the same thing growing up?
I mean, I'm guessing.
Okay, but you guys have never talked about the trauma that you went through because your last name?
Well, so my dad's one of 7 kids. And so honestly, I never talked about it with the siblings. Because we all just call them the siblings. They, all 7 of them, they never.
That's so funny because there's just so many of them.
And they're all best friends.
Aww.
No, my dad, growing up, I always thought he was really lame because I love you, Dad. I love you.
He's going to listen to this and be like, oh my God, Sam, why did you call me lame?
But I'd ask him, I was like, who's your best friend? And he'd be like, oh, your mom. And then I would go, okay, that's fake. You can't say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, so who's your actual best friend? And he said, oh, my siblings. I'm like, wow, okay, you got to get a life.
Yeah.
But so they're all the siblings. But no, all the married ends, they always complain about the last names.
Okay. Yeah. I probably wouldn't take it. It'd be like, no. Actually, my best friend Esme, her last name is Park, but that's her mom's last name because her dad's last name is Hiscock. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry Esme for airing that out, but
so sorry.
no, she's fine.
Sorry for laughing.
No.
Oh, no.
No, he's great.
Wow.
Her dad's great, but yeah,
no,
terrible last name.
That is an awful last name. I honestly would name I would have my kids take my last name too.
Yeah, Hiscock or Park. That's kind of easy.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, they really did go well on that one, saving the kids.
I used to have put the laptop on the table, and then every time someone was like it would shake the thing, but you can if you
isn't even on the table. Okay, I'm just gonna go
but you're good.
You can go like this.
That. Yeah.
I hold it with both hands, so I just am very steady. Otherwise, I will be moving.
Okay. So Sam, we know each other through Julio because you worked with him, and yes. I remember. I mean, I'm sure you remember, but I remember the very first day that you came into that office. I mean, you worked for that company before, right? Yeah. Mm. But I remember Julio, he texted me, there's a new girl, Sam, and she seems really popular. Everybody keeps on coming over to her desk and saying hi, but she's new. So I don't understand why she has so many friends already. He was just what?
Oh no.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my God. Wow.
So did you go into that job knowing that you already knew a lot of people there?
Well, so I was at Universal already, but then we were at Universal Music Enterprises, just the catalog division.
Right.
So anything older. Not music
older
people.
Than 3 years?
Technically 2.
Oh.
I think it's 18 months even, but we don't really.
Oh my God.
Obviously, we're not touching 18-month-old stuff.
Right.
But no, yeah. So I had been an assistant. When I started right out of college, I was an assistant to the EVP.
Okay.
And that was for the first, and basically was in that job for 2 years. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I want to move up within this company though.
Right.
And that was when I got the job in the marketing department.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had already known everything. So literally, so my boss who I had been working for was the head of the marketing department. And so I was literally like, I knew everyone. So it wasn't like, so that was the...
But were you in another office?
No, okay, so the offices were weird. So that's the thing.
Like you were
Awful
separated by
yes.
just like a floor or something?
We were just, we were in the same floor even, but it was just, there was this section and then you go a little hallway and then it breaks out again and there's another section.
Oh, okay. So
then,
you guys didn't cross paths
never.
Before that. Yeah.
Well, so I loved my old desk too. It was a great desk because...
That's hard. Okay, if you love like your desk at your job, like it's hard. I love the desk at my job. Like it's so great. It's like next to the window. It
actually sounds really nice.
Yeah. It's really like there's nobody next to me. It's just me and then who I work for's office like across from me, and like that's it. It's
and
so nice.
That's the key.
Yeah.
When there's no one around you, that was the real.
Yeah. So like, because I don't know, there's so many times where I'll like think of something and then like make a face. I'm like, oh my God, if anybody saw me doing that or like I'll like talk to myself or like anything like embarrassing like that. I'm like, I'm so glad I'm in my own little square in the office, like all by myself.
Exactly. Well, so that was the thing. Well, it's so funny that Julio didn't say that because when I moved desks, I was so mad because I was like very nervous because I was like, oh my God, I was similarly, it was just me. I was at the corner. I had my executive like right there.
Right.
And I loved it because no one, unless if you were going to see her, there was no reason to come by me, which I loved.
Yep.
So I was like,
same.
oh, yes, best scenario.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved desks, and all of a sudden I was like in the middle of this super open place, and I was like the most middle spot. And then
Oh.
I'm like, well, who the fuck is this guy? I'm sorry, can I curse on this?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is this guy sitting here that I get put next to because I know everyone in the marketing department, and I'm
Right.
excited to like, I'm like, oh,
And
yes,
he's
I get to
texting
move
his
with
girlfriend
my
like, this bitch is
friends.
popular.
I know. It's like, oh my God, who are you? And day after one day, I was like, this is the greatest person in the entire world.
He is. He is. Oh. It's just like somebody dropping off a bag.
Okay,
It's just UPS.
Oh, cool.
I saw him walk up and I'm like, I don't remember ordering anything. Oh, you know what? My dad ordered me something. That's probably what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so
We'll check
exciting.
on
It's
it
like a
later.
present.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like early Christmas. I love it.
Yeah. So you met Julio, and I remember Julio talking about you pretty often because you kind of like hit it off pretty instantaneously. And I remember him coming home and being like, yeah, like I hung out with Sam, and then him just being like, she's lesbian. Because he knows me. I'm very jealous. I'm a very jealous person. I don't like, oh my God. Julio is just prone to like having like so many girl friends, because he's such a good guy.
Yes.
So girls are like, oh, that one is a good egg. Like I can confide in him in the office. I can go to lunch with him. I can go to events with him and like feel safe. And like, I love that. I love that he's like he's an actual man. I love that.
Yes. Leo is the perfect definition of a man.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
there.
Exactly. A man written by a woman, which is what a true man should be.
100%. Yes. Amen to that.
But yeah, I just love that, like when he was talking about you, he said that, or like made sure to say that. And I remember when we went on a walk one time, you told me that you like make it a point to say to your guy friends, like, make sure she knows that I'm lesbian, because if not, she's not gonna like that you're like hanging out with me and like going to events with me and stuff. And like, that's so true. I'm so glad that you're like aware. I mean, women are so smart.
Well, honestly. Well, so that's the thing that I found in my life to begin with, or in my adult life.
Yes.
I've found that when I have male friends, I I am very particular about my male friends.
Same. Oh my God, am I
Yes.
particular? I'm so particular with my male.
You
They
have
say
to
one
be.
wrong thing, I'm like, they use some word that like I hate to like describe a girl, and I'm like, oh no.
I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm like, okay, smile. It's like, I'm like, okay, I just gotta smile and wave like the penguins in Madagascar.
Yeah.
Just get through this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm like, you are gone. That's it.
Yeah, I can like literally know in like 2 minutes of talking to a guy if he respects women or not.
Exactly. Well, I mean, so that's the thing. It's easy to tell. And the thing that I have found is that usually the best men at this day and age are already in relationships. And it's just something like, when I look at all my guy friends, they are all in committed relationships.
Yeah.
But so that's the reason why I also need to make it very clear.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I really don't want any. I'm in a committed. I'm in a committed relationship.
Right.
Like,
Right.
There is no interest.
Yeah.
First off.
No, totally.
And second off, even if I wasn't, there wouldn't be any interest.
Exactly. You need to make that
Yes.
clear.
And because honestly, I love that. I don't know. Typically, if you're a great guy, chances are you're dating a great girl who I want to be friends with.
Yeah,
So
totally. Oh my God. Wait, I don't even remember when was the first time we met?
I was thinking about this because I wasn't sure if you were going to bring it up. And so
No, I definitely was. And I was thinking about this earlier because I couldn't remember.
it was Brewworks.
That's like that place, like right next to Universal.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
a little happy hour.
Okay, yeah.
And Julio was like, okay, do you guys, my girlfriend Emma's gonna come. And I was so excited because he talked so highly of you. And I was like, finally, we get to meet Emma. So, like,
Oh my God. Oh, I love how
Yeah.
you say my name. I love how like Midwestern or like Southern people say Emma because it's like Emma. Like it, like it's different than just Emma,
It's the E's. I don't pronounce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eggs. I don't say that. Yeah. That's
God, that's so cute. I love it. Okay, so yeah, I guess that was the first time, but we didn't really like hang out
no.
until later. I mean, I remember going over to your
gradually became friends
yeah
through Julio.
Yeah.
It was just
through Julio, through
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yes. Because as everyone knows, as you should know, Emma is a queen, the greatest photographer.
Oh, I'm
Truly. You should follow her.
Yeah.
At this point.
I know. Oh my God, if you're not following me and you're watching
I guess
this
that's
right
so
now,
true.
you just
Film account
randomly
too.
actually no, I want random people to like stumble across these videos on YouTube or
Yeah.
like on the episodes on Spotify and stuff. So yeah, follow me.
Truly
Threema.
incredible.
And my photography pages are in my description.
No, my dream
my bio.
still. I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna get just the wackiest photo shoot. Me, Mads, and Moose.
Oh my!
And we're gonna dress up.
Oh, I would love that.
No, I know it's gonna be really gross. And
Damn. We should do that. We should do that in time for like Valentine's Day. So you can post those on Valentine's
Oh my
Day.
God! Yes.
Or when is your guys' anniversary?
It's right after. It's March 9th.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Ours is March 12th.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, like a week after my birthday. Yeah, so March is
it was
a
kind
nice
of
month.
Your
Yeah.
birthday right before you guys started dating, where things kind of.
Well, actually, we started dating. Oh, by the way, also when we say Mads in this, Mads is Sam's fiance.
Yes.
Just wanted to make that clear. But Julio and I started dating like late January, and then we're like dating all of February. But it was my last semester of college. Like it wasn't his, so I really didn't think that it was gonna go very far. So I wasn't even thinking like, oh, we need to be like boyfriend and girlfriend. But then it just got to a point where I was like, I think I love you. Like I think I like can't not say it anymore. You know what I mean? Like it was irrelevant. Like my whole like, oh, it was my last semester of college. I was just like, okay, I want to be with this person right now.
Yes.
And if there's a future, there's a future. But like right now, I want to be in a relationship with him. So Yeah.
I love that so. And look at you guys now.
I know.
In the cutest apartment in Los Angeles.
Thank you. It's come along. Had you ever been to our downtown apartment? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, it had like no character, because it was itself like a vibe, because it was a downtown apartment and it had carpet all over, so that was already like, okay, we can't make like, it's never gonna be like that cute with carpet all over, because I don't know, I just love like hardwood floors.
Oh, same.
But the view was the shining star of that apartment. I miss that view. But you know what, this one's fun. It's great for people watching, honestly.
Oh, I love people watching. My favorite thing.
I know.
Honestly, you could totally hide out in this like this one and look out.
Yeah.
And people can't see you.
I do it all the time, because people bring their dogs by, and then we just stare at the dogs. And there's squirrels, and there's ducks on rainy days, or like days when there's like a lot of moisture. They'll like come over from, I guess, the park. They'll travel over and go on our lawn.
Cute.
Yeah, I know. It's really
little
cute.
like a creeper shots of the animals that go with the film, and just have an animal wall.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, but we do have like a bunch of musicians on the wall. I need to put pictures that I've taken of musicians on the wall.
You really do.
But going into music, even though we were just talking about you working at a music company, I remember this story that Julio told me about you that I was shocked by.
Oh no, I'm so afraid. Oh my God.
And it was when you guys were doing an exchange of records, because Julio had the Eminem collection records or whatever, and then
he had the Eminem show, which is the 20th anniversary edition of the Eminem show, which is personally probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that answers the question, because they traded she had Drake, and Julio was like, okay, Emma likes Drake, so I'll trade with you. So I'm very thankful for that, because I love Drake. I love Drake. I can't keep defending him though. Like these albums that he's putting out, I do like some of the songs, but overall it doesn't feel the same.
It's mid.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But he can do that because he's fucking Drake.
Exactly.
So Julio told me of your
your
love for Eminem, that you wore a diaper to the show so that you could stay up front.
Yeah.
That
you don't do that?
No, I don't even. I'm a big fan of like a lot of people. I would never ever do that. I would never do that. I would leave. I would stand in the. I would never even go in the front in a concert, even if I love the person. Like I'm not like a in front person. I'm not a true fan. No, I'm a quiet fan. That's what I am. I'm a quiet fan.
Okay, well,
but that is insane dedication, and
you.
I admire it, because
you.
you're like, I need to be front row.
Well, okay, so
is that your favorite artist, or are there other artists that you would also do that for?
To be fair,
was that a one-time thing?
I was 16. I was like, I mean, that still is, yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
You know, it was Eminem and Rihanna, the Monster Tour, 3 cities only, New York, LA, Detroit. I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
Me and my dad, because my parents were like, we're not letting you drive to a different state by yourself to go see this concert. So me and my dad went together.
Oh my God, was he in a diaper too and run?
Hell no. He was like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, good.
No, but what he did do, actually, he egged it on. It was so much. Me and my dad are the same person as little Florida. We are, so he was just as much there for me. So he made me, when I told him I was going to do this, he was like, okay, well, we need to test it first. So, because
oh my God.
He's like, what are you going to do if you're out there and you go pee and you're standing in this crowd and all of a sudden it turns out this diaper doesn't work and it's just, you've just peed your pants.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit, you're right. So he made me stop and we had to have a test run first at a gas station. He was like, okay, no, you have to pee, like basically pee. Yeah.
Oh my God. And it worked.
Oh yeah.
It was an adult diaper.
Oh yeah, and it worked. Yep. So then I put on a new one and I went to the show. And because we drove like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then we got there. It's the only show I've ever done this. We got there maybe like 3 hours before the doors opened.
Mm-hmm.
So we lined up outside. It was like the baseball stadium or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got in, and I probably stood waiting for another 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the youngest person there. It was great. Best experience of my life. And I didn't even need to use the diaper.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a win. That's
I know.
amazing.
It was.
Because you already peed in one before.
I know. It was just the worst part. I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. But I knew it was because I knew I would work that I felt safe standing.
Yes. Yes. Okay. But it was just, you were alone in the front?
No, so was my dad too.
But no, your dad was in the front with
yeah.
you. Okay.
Oh,
he just didn't do the diaper.
No, because he was
situation.
like, I don't give a shit. Like, he's
Okay.
like, I'm gonna leave if I have to go.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
normal.
Okay.
Well, that was his thing. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna
Right.
go to the bathroom like a regular grown adult would do.
Right.
So
Totally.
yeah.
Okay.
But no, there is no one today.
that you would do that for.
10 years later, I would not do that for him.
Okay, I'm glad you being 16 just makes all the sense.
Really?
I thought it was like a recent thing.
God no.
I was like, oh my God.
no.
Like this year, she went to
I
an
would be
Eminem
like-
show.
First off, I was going to Eminem show this year. I'd be like, ooh, girl, I guess I'm.
But is he still like your favorite, or was he just like your favorite at the time?
I mean, he's all. I had a shrine. I mean, if you knew me
A shrine?
in high
Is that-
school, no, yeah, like if you like, yeah, it was gross.
were you like in love with him?
No, so that was okay. My defense, everyone, my whole life has always been like, ew, why are you into him? He's like so gross, and I'm like,
You just like the music.
yeah, and I'm like, guys, I'm
Okay.
fucking gay. The
Yeah.
fuck are you? Like, I'm clearly not
Yeah,
into
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
man. Like,
But you like
But
the rap.
I like the rap. You know, so in my wall growing up in my bedroom, it was just Eminem. I had posters, I had stickers, I had my ticket stubs.
Oh my God.
I when I went to there, I had a pair of white Converse that I had like used for choir, and when I went to the show, I drew on the Converse. So one shoe was my Marshall Mathers shoe, and the other one was my Slim Shady shoe. And then I wrote the different, so I designed them for the different like sides of him,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
I wrote the different song titles on the shoes, where he was as like performing as Marshall Mathers, and then the other one was all the Slim Shady songs.
Oh my, that is kind of adorable. I love that. I love girls.
I know.
That's girlhood.
Literally. So I wore those shoes. I had a pair of Eminem socks. I had this Eminem shirt. I had an Eminem hat. I wore everything to the show. I had my diaper on, so I had to wear like baggy like shorts because you can't wear like anything
my
cute with a
God.
diaper.
Yeah.
So it's.
Okay, that's actually. I'm glad you brought that up because I was wondering what did you wear.
I wasn't
over
going to, I wasn't dressing to impress.
No.
I was dressing to impress Eminem.
Right.
I wanted to show him that I was the #1 fan.
Yeah, and you knew all the lyrics to all the
Exactly,
songs. And
exactly.
You were there in front,
Exactly.
sacrificing
Everything.
everything.
It was
a big
my
deal.
dignity. There was none. It was...
Was your dad also into Eminem though?
No, but my dad is the same way as me though. You know the band Wilco?
I've heard of them. I think I've just heard of them because my best friend Esme likes them.
No way.
I'm pretty sure her and her dad like them. Yeah. Is it a dad
It is.
band? Is that what it is? Okay. That makes sense.
Well, so my dad is obsessed with them. Actually, right
Where are they
now,
from?
Chicago. Oh, a fun fact. His kids name, Jeff Tweedy, like the main guy, are Spencer and Sam. And me and my brother are Spencer and Samantha. But we're older, so my dad always wants to make that clear. He didn't copy.
Oh
we're
my
the older
God.
ones. But-
That's so funny.
But no, right now my parents are in Mexico at a Wilco festival. No, I know.
But there's other bands.
Well,
there.
no, I think it's
No, it's just
I think
them.
it's just like it's like a 3-night Wilco show thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's intense.
No, I know. No, I know.
Okay. Well, we know where she gets
This
it
is where I
from.
get it. Yes, I come from a family of hardcore stans. So.
That's so. I never went to like that many. I mean, I was like a hardcore fan of Justin Bieber. Like I had him, but more in like kind of opposite of you, where it was less about the music and more about like I was just in love with him.
I mean, of course, respect that. Yeah.
I had like huge posters of him on my wall.
God, did you kiss them? Tell me.
I don't remember. Probably. I honestly don't remember,
I love
but
it. I love
probably. But yeah, I loved Justin Bieber, but I never went to a Justin Bieber concert. I didn't, but I think it's just because I didn't grow up like, I mean, I grew up around like Baltimore and DC, but I didn't really go to a lot of like those kinds of concerts, like arena, like big performer kind of thing. I think I went to one that like I can't even remember. I feel like it was Kelly Clarkson or something.
Oh, that's a great show.
I can't remember. I literally can't remember, but I went to one that was like in Virginia or something. But anyways, but my parents, mostly my dad, would always take me to I don't even know how to describe it, like concerts where it's like an orchestra, you know?
Yes!
like classical music, jazz shows, fucking the Peabody Conservatory senior finals, you know? Like I was just like, what are we doing here watching like opera, like seniors in the Peabody Conservatory finals? Like what I don't
You're
understand.
cultured.
I don't understand. No, it was very like, I'm very glad that they
amazing.
did that, because then I developed like a love for just like going to like random shows. And then I remember when I first got to Elon, when I first got to college, I knew that there was a lot of events there, like musical events and stuff, because I just kept on like seeing like flyers and posters places. And I remember like going to the ticket booth to buy a ticket for this woman pianist that was coming to Elon to perform. And I was like, okay, like how much? And the lady was like, you're a student, it's free.
I'm sick.
And I was just like, oh my God, I can go to all of these like great concerts with amazing musicians, amazing singers, all that like for free. This is sick. And so I did that like the first semester of my college experience. I went to like 30 plus like concerts and shows and stuff that were on campus. And then the next semester I got hired at event technology support, and then got paid to go to events and concerts and stuff like that. No, it was perfect. I love it. It was my favorite job in the whole entire world, because I would already go to all those things by myself and then go to it by myself or with like a coworker to like get paid. It was amazing. And like help out and stuff. Yeah.
Honestly, that was the best part. When I look back at college, I miss like I went to Northwestern, which if anyone knows anything,
it's big, right?
It's like 8,000.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's a lot bigger with grad.
Okay.
It's probably like 20 plus with grad, but
oh,
undergrad's smaller.
Oh man.
It's very gay. And
is
so,
it?
Because it's one of the best theater schools in the country.
Oh, okay. Elon's the same way
too. No, because I looked at Elon too. It's one of the best like communications theater programs. And
Wait, were you looking specifically at theater schools?
Well, no. But I looked at communication, but it just happened that a lot of them, there's a lot of overlap between like good comm and good theater. So,
that's definitely a thing. But yeah, Elon is like number 3 in musical theater in the country, or was when I went there. So instead of going to football games, like so you know how there's like parents' weekend and homecoming and stuff, I would be like, Mom, Dad, do not come for those weekends, because it's so crowded. You can't get like there's like 2 good restaurants near campus, you know? Like how are we gonna get into them?
Especially Elon, you're out in the middle of like nowhere out there.
Yeah. And like I don't even go to football games. Like I'm gonna take my parents to a football game where I know that Elon is gonna suck and lose, and like I don't enjoy sports at all. Like I hate sports. I mean, I like soccer, like I like playing it, but like everything else, I'm like,
and football too. I mean, let's be real.
Football is the stupidest. Football is the stupidest sport. I know I saw in your story the other day. You were like, what was that? It was like talking about how it's like the gayest shit ever.
It's so, they're literally just jumping. There's this video, and it was like, oh, look at this awesome Eagles play, and they're all just jumping on top of each other. It's like an orgy. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, like what's the need for that? Like after the first guy already pins him down, like why do you need to like suffocate them? There's no no point. There's no point. Like,
None at all.
Yeah.
Just causing brain damage. I don't like no.
It's so dangerous too. It's such a dangerous sport.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, I would tell them to come the weekends that the musical was playing, because that was actually worth it, and it was.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah. But yes. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elon, people are not going for football.
No.
Like, that is not the thing.
So Northwestern too. Did you go to all the musicals?
I did. Oh my God. Well, so that was the thing too. So I became a theater kid a little bit, like, because I couldn't do sports though. So I was like, because I was injured for so long, so I wasn't able to really play sports.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I was like, okay, what can I do? So
Yeah.
I joined choir. I was like, okay, I'm going to be in musicals. No talented. Like,
But you had fun.
I had so much fun. So
It is fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun. But it was so much. Once I got to Northwestern, I was like, wow, I can't keep doing this because these people are next level.
Yeah.
And I'm here for a good time.
Okay.
But then
Totally.
every weekend I would just go watch the shows. It was so great.
Yeah.
And
And
the
there's always like little
dancing.
plays too.
Yeah,
And
like orchestras. We had a music school too. It was all of that. Yeah.
Oh my
It was
God.
the best. Yeah. And miserable, but loved it.
Okay, so you mentioned a little bit right there that you were injured.
Yes.
I kind of want to talk about that because
Oh, of
when you came
course.
over for game night and actually like told us the story of how you got injured, everybody in the room was like, oh my God, what? And then me and Julio were like, oh my, how did we not know this? Because Julio, he always made it seem like when he talked about your injury, because Sam's had, since we've known her, she's had to get a few surgeries on her foot. And I always assumed, and I think Julio always assumed, that it was like from playing a sport, like from playing like basketball or something of that sort. Like I didn't know how bad, like not to say like normal, but like, oh, like, you know, a lot of people like hurt their ACL like playing soccer in high school and like college, and you know with basketball too. Like it's very common to have like sports injuries, but your injury could have been avoided.
Yes.
And that is what's so sad about it. And I need you to I need you to tell the listeners this story, because it is so it's like all you can do is laugh really about
really
it,
is.
because
you have to laugh.
you have to laugh, but it is crazy.
No, it is. It's yeah.
And it made me so mad for you.
Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate. I love it. Honestly, I'm like, yeah, score. Take it to the man.
Yeah, please validate me and say like these people were wrong for how they treated me. Yeah.
No.
But you were 12?
I was 14.
14.
I
Okay.
had just turned 14 about a month beforehand, and I had just graduated 8th grade. So a little bit of context. Like I said, I'm from Chicago, yada yada, Illinois, Midwest, all that kind of stuff. And I was about to start. I was going from like public school system, and my parents were like, there's some problems with like just happening in the school. So they're like, okay, we're moving you guys over to a different school system, yada yada.
Okay.
So I was about to start this new school, like I was like, okay, I didn't know anyone. But I was like, oh yeah, I'm graduating, about to go like,
Remember?
yeah, I'm graduating, about to go into like this whole new thing, blah blah blah. So I was on this summer trip. There's this program that like, I don't know, it was just everyone did it around where I was from. And basically you would go on like 1 to 4 weeks, basically camping. You would go hiking, backpacking, kayaking, stuff like that.
Cool.
Biking,
Outdoor stuff.
Yeah. You pick one of like whatever your choice is out
which
of those.
is really cool. Like, it's a
Exactly.
really good experience for young kids.
Oh, it was amazing. So I had done this before too. So like I think this was my third time, because I loved it. I was super outdoorsy kid. I was like, this is like other, like obviously summer camp, like if people who go to whatever. I was like, I just want to be out in a tent in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh my God, cannot relate.
Now I'm like, fuck that.
I need a bathroom.
No, literally. Like I need a bed. Let's even go further.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep on the ground.
Totally.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the ground, just what's the word I'm thinking of? Like when you do it like by yourself, voluntarily.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the ground voluntarily.
I
Could never.
no. I know. Well, so that's the thing. I'm like, I did it. I did it. I
You
can
did,
say
you did.
I checked that off my bucket list.
You did. You
and
were a
now
camping
I
girl.
deserve,
Yeah.
I deserve my nice bed.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're on the trip.
Yes. So this time I was like, okay, I've done like 2 trips before. So I'm like, yeah, they're all hiking. I'm like, I'm ready to like level up. Like, let's,
Yeah.
I'm a strong kid. Like, let's do this, whatever.
Mhm.
And so I signed up for a backpacking trip through Alaska. I know. Beautiful.
I'm jealous
Yeah.
of that. Like, 'cause I've never been
Honestly.
to Alaska.
I mean, I want to go back, honestly, because I
Yeah.
feel like I just have blinked out everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like-
Wait, was it really cold?
No. Well, so it was in the middle of summer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Right,
it was
right, right.
actually, it was crazy because it was daytime the entire time. So that's what, like, this is why this whole experience literally feels like a fever dream, because it was day the entire time. And it
That's
was
crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I've seen movies like set in Alaska. What's the Friends with Benefits or whatever? Like that. And I just remember they had like the blackout curtains.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
Oh, yeah.
that's rough.
Oh yeah, and in the tent there are no blackout curtains in that tent, so you're just
oh my God.
sleeping in the day in the sun, and it's
That, I mean, I'm sure that hiking though
oh my God, it
wore
was-
people out. So they were just,
Oh yeah, no, you passed out like that. It was yeah. But yeah, no. So I signed up for this trip. So we were gonna go backpacking for 3 weeks through Alaska.
Mhm.
So basically, we were all carrying like 50-pound backpacks. So
Mhm.
obviously do training, yada yada,
yeah,
blah blah.
you're 14 with like
Yeah.
this huge backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a little kid. We were
Yeah.
like little, yeah. And we arrived. Yeah, so we get there like honestly, it was like the first day. We get there, whatever, everything was fine, and we go out. We head out, like I think like the first or second day on this, like the first leg of the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Because backpacking, it's not the idea of that. It's like you're literally just carrying everything.
Right.
There's no, like you have all your food, you have everything. Like there's
Right.
not.
It's all on you.
Yeah, exactly. You're not in civilization. There's no like.
There's
you are-
no like
yeah.
convenience store, no 7-Eleven.
There
Yeah.
are no roads.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, okay,
like-
yeah, oh my God.
no. We were straight up like in the mountains.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And tell the people who you were being led by.
So there were a group of 10 of us.
Yeah.
We were 13 and 14 year olds, 13, 14, 15 maybe. And we were being led, the group leaders were a couple of 21, 22-year-old college students. And this was normal. Like, to be fair, this was how all of these trips like were. Like, they all had like the college students leading.
Mm-hmm.
And they like go through training, and it's all like, oh, they're super rigorous, blah, 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 yada, yada. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm used, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on the first day, I'm a klutzy person. I'll be the first to admit it. I will trip on anything. And I did it on this first day of this trip, and we were hiking in Alaska, and I tripped and I fell on some rocks, and I sprained my ankle. Yeah, with the first day, and I wasn't
So sad. The first day.
The first day, my little 50-pound backbone just went. It was,
That's so sad.
I know. But I'm guessing, so because it was the first day, I don't know.
Mhm.
I honestly, I will never know.
Right.
But I told these leaders, I was like, hey, I think something's wrong.
Yeah, I'm in
Obviously,
pain.
well, I was crying too because I'm a little 14-year-old. I'm like, I just sprained my ankle. Like, this really hurts.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, like, blah, blah, like, we don't, because obviously I have no way to communicate with anyone. So they were like, okay, like, don't worry, we have like our emergency radio. We'll like radio in to the base, blah, blah, blah. Like, we'll let them know. And they're like, do you think, like, we just have to make it to camp though? We can't just stay out on this trail because, like, obviously, yeah, you have
Yeah.
to find a place to actually set up camp.
Set up camp, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't think I can walk. But they're like, oh, you're going to have to. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I guess if I have no choice, because what else am I supposed to do?
Well, people could have carried you. That's
So
what.
that was the thing.
That's
So
what
they
could have
gave-
happened.
So they gave my backpack this first day. They did give my backpack to some other kids.
Okay.
To carry.
Okay.
And the other kids were not very happy about that, of course.
Mhm, mhm.
And so
I mean, the 20-year-old should have carried.
literally,
Yeah.
there so many things are wild.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's give a 13, 14-year-old another 50-pound backpack. What the fuck?
Literally.
That makes no sense.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
A lawsuit.
No, truly.
Sorry, I'm skipping ahead.
Foreshadow. We make it to this first camp, and it's like, okay, so I'm like, okay, whatever, like, we have to cook our food. You know, I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm not doing anything. And they're kind of like, okay, well, everyone has to help out, but I'm like, I'm in a lot of pain. And so they're all kind of like, this girl is just sitting there.
Just trying to get out of doing chores and shit. Yeah. Oh my God.
So then the second day, honestly, I'm not sure this is TMI, so you can edit this out. Maybe. Like, honestly, I'm a woman. I got my period, you know?
Oh my God.
And if all the ladies out there, you know, when you are young, those cramps take you out.
Oh, they still take.
Oh yeah.
I was,
but now I'm girl. But now I feel like I've learned. I'm like, okay, I'm like prepared. When I was 14, I was like
popping ibuprofen.
Yeah. I was like, what is happening right now?
No, totally.
Like my world is crumbling. But so my mom, they were like, okay, you have to give like the people like you have to give all medication to the leaders, blah blah. I have really bad allergies, so like I had given them all my allergy meds. But mom was basically like, I think that's demeaning that you should have to go to ask someone for like an ibuprofen if you have your period cramps. I'm just giving you like this secret like stash of painkillers.
Okay, smart mom.
Exactly. So then the next day came and I'm like, okay, my period. So I'm just starting. So basically, I'm just starting to pop painkillers.
Yeah.
And we go on this hike, another 12-mile something crazy through the whatever. And this time, we make it to the end. And by the time we make it to the end of the hike, I make it through the hike. But then everything's starting to wear off. And that's when they say, we make camp. And then they're like, oh, we want to go up to the top of this little like hill by the campsite to get a view of Anchorage. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, can I stay here? And they're like, no, you have to come up with us. And I'm like, well, shit. So I'm going up this little hill and everyone's all the way up there. And they're like, come on, Sam, come on. I'm like, guys, I really I'm in pain.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this. And they're like, it's okay. You just have to have a positive attitude. And you just need to feel like you'll be able to make it up there if you believe. I was like, what the fuck are you saying to me right now? What? So then
talk about toxic positivity.
No,
oh my god.
So then the third day we're hiking and we're backpacking some more onto the next site, and I just collapse at this point, and I'm like, and I'm just sobbing. I'm like, I literally can't I'm like, guys, please, like, please, what is happening? Like, something is wrong here. Like, I need help. Like, can you please contact someone? And then they sat me down and they like took me away from the rest of the group, and they're like, you know, Sam, we noticed that last night at dinner, you didn't get a second serving of your couscous and lentils. And we just don't think that you're being very open-minded about this experience, and that you just are doing this to get water breaks. And, you know, you really just need to say that you want water and we'll stop. But this is not acceptable.
Jail.
Oh, literally.
Oh my god. Okay. Continue. We need the ending to really. I don't like this part.
No, so then I was
I'm
like,
mad.
No, so I was like, okay, so bet, like, y'all aren't gonna.
Oh, you
do
think I'm
shit for me.
lying?
Yeah. So I was like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right.
And at this point, you know, oh my god, it was a whole. We could go into a whole other. I've told you, but the other kids in this group, awful. I'm gonna say. Don't hate me, all my Midwestern people. I love you so much. I love you.
No, we love Midwestern people.
Yeah,
So
but
nice.
Southern Illinois can be a little different.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people from the South parts.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of just
Prejudice.
yes.
Yeah.
Very terrible things all around. So in addition to this whole aspect, it was just I was like, oh fuck, like these leaders aren't saying anything as these people are literally just
spewing hate.
Unbelievable things. Like some of the worst things I've heard. I was like, the fuck is happening right now?
Oh my god.
So I was like, okay, cool. So nothing's gonna, like, this is it. So basically, yeah, so for the next 3 weeks, I backpacked with this 50-pound backpack on a sprained ankle through Alaska.
Ankle.
Yeah.
While you're still growing.
Yeah. Yep. And just turned 14.
And that is why
yes,
she's had to have so many foot
yes.
surgeries since then, right?
Well,
How
so
many have you
then
had?
5.
5, okay.
Well, so when I came back, that was the big thing. Like I immediately, like immediately, you know, I went to the ER and everything like that. And that's how they diagnosed me with the sprain. And they were like, okay, like go on a boot, blah, blah, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. But nothing was, and then the sprain was gone, but I was still in all this pain. So I had to get this MRI. And that's how they found that I had bone bruising, which is like essentially like the inside of your bone just kind of like turns to mush or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And my entire, from like my shin down, every single bone was just destroyed in my foot. So then, yeah, I was in physical therapy for a year, crutches for like 4 months, a boot for like 5-6 months. And then I was still in pain after that. And for the next 6 years, I was just going to different doctors and they're doing like MRIs. Nothing was showing. They're like, you're fine. We don't know what to tell you. I was trying like different shots, different trials, everything. Yeah. And then.
But you were still in pain?
I was always, And then probably this is right when I started high school. It's probably my junior year. I told my mom, I was like, this is it. Like, I don't want to see another doctor again. I don't care. I'd rather just deal with this than keep going to people and being told that there's nothing wrong. And so she was like, okay. Like, and after this point, she was like, I respect that. Like, I'm not going to make you keep doing this either.
It's so frustrating too when you keep on going to different doctors and they keep on saying like, oh, maybe you should talk to this person. Maybe you should talk to this person. Maybe you should talk to this person. And they just keep on basically like not doing a thorough check to actually see what's going on. Well, like, what are they paid? I respect doctors. I respect doctors, but some of them fucking suck.
Well, and that's the thing. Honestly, it goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, doctors are good when it's normal. But if it's anything that they aren't used to seeing.
I've never seen this before. It's like, okay, thanks.
Literally. They're like, oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, what good are you then?
Yeah, no, literally.
Go on Google.
Go back to med school.
Yeah.
What? Like, you didn't get to that chapter then.
Literally.
The abnormalities chapter. There should be one.
Exactly.
You know?
No, truly. Well, honestly, so that was the thing. So my sister-in-law is a doctor. So she's in the residency right now. And hearing her talk about, like, when she went through her nerve thing, they don't learn anything about nerves. And that's what they finally diagnosed me with, was like nerve problems.
Okay.
And there's nothing, like, they just skimp over that. Or, you know, they teach them, but it's not, because there's nothing, it's so rare.
Yeah.
And it's so new that no one, and that's the thing. With like, okay, so obviously, I got diagnosed with like little nerve problems. And the problem with like a nerve is that once the physical structure of it is like ruined, it's like all nerves like are supposed to be like straight, white, like opaque, basically like just very smooth. Okay. Like that is every single nerve in your body.
Much.
I know. Literally, I didn't know
what a nerve looked like.
No, exactly. But so it's like a bone. Like if you like snap a bone, you know, like you put it in a cast and the bone will reform.
Yeah.
Like a nerve, if like if it loses that like straight white form, you will never get that back. Oh my God. And so that's the problem. So once the damage is done, you're no longer in a like, let's heal. It's no longer let's heal this.
It's like a lifelong.
Oh yeah.
Thing that you have to take care of.
Oh yeah.
From these dumbass 20-year-olds.
Because I didn't get a second serving of my couscous.
Oh my God. I hate them. But you got a lawsuit, right?
Yes.
Your parents were pissed.
Oh,
right?
Oh, of course. Could you imagine?
No, I would be so livid. Yeah. Because wait, didn't you say you sent them a postcard or something? You sent them a letter?
Thing. So we got to write home letters.
Right, okay.
And I wrote home a letter probably like in between this first and second week. Alaska. How long does it take Alaska to get to like Chicago? It's almost 2 weeks. So my parents get the letter when I think I have 3 nights left. And at that point they call and I'm like, my mom, when she gets like, she's a scary, like she will go. And so she was.
I feel that.
Yeah.
My mom too.
Yeah, no. You know, I feel like, especially when you come after like a mom's child. Yeah.
She didn't take shit.
No, not at all. So she was going off. And so it's like, she basically went, and then they had to emergency like somehow they like radioed the leaders, and then the leaders had to go and somehow like get this phone to basically go and get chewed out by my parents.
Amazing.
And so then my parents put me on
I
the
would
phone.
love to be a part of that conversation.
Oh my God.
Just
same.
be listening and on the line.
Literally. So that was the thing. So I'm sitting here in this little corner, and they're over there, and the leaders are there just crying as my parents just ram into them. And I'm like, what the fuck do you guys have to be crying about?
Right.
But so then my parents, then they're like, okay, like obviously, like give the phone to our daughter. And they're like, well, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to come home? Like, we'll get you a ticket right now. But at this point, I had been on this trip for 3 weeks. And so in my mind, I was like, there must not be anything wrong with me. Because if I was actually injured, how would I possibly be able to backpack for 3 weeks on an injured ankle?
Do you think it was just like numb? Like,
No, it was just psychological. I just had to convince myself that there was no pain.
oh my God, the toxic positivity worked.
No, I literally did. Because I truly, if I was thinking about it, I was like, I can't do this. So I was like, no. So I literally had to convince myself. I was like,
Oh my God.
if there is something wrong, you would not be able to do this. So there is nothing wrong. Just keep going. And that's how I did it.
Wow. The power of the mind.
No, it really is.
But also, so you did finish it.
No, so I did, because I was like, I don't want to come home and then go to the ER and them say that there's nothing wrong with me. How embarrassing would that be?
Right.
You know?
Oh my God. That's so sad.
But at that point, 3 days, damage is already done.
Totally.
Compared to this
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your parents sued.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so the one bad thing, we settled, because I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to say any of this, but whatever. Because at the time, they obviously sued right away.
Yeah.
But I wasn't diagnosed with any of the nerve things because until
Right.
post settlement, because they just no one knew. So that is the one, my parents, like the one shame is like, it would have been nice if they paid for all these surgeries too.
Right.
But,
They should. You should shoot again.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah.
That's our legal system.
Oh.
I know.
Oh my God. Okay. That.
Yeah.
What a
I know, but yeah, so
what a
that's,
story.
I know.
Be careful
Oh, but so that's
sending your kids to camp. or
Yes.
anything like that in the outdoors.
Well,
when they have no access to like communicate to you. Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, people like always be like, "Oh, I'm afraid to go hiking." I'm like, "You're fine.
Yeah.
This is never gonna happen
You're
to you."
like, I did
Like,
a sprained ankle for 3 weeks. This is never gonna. Yeah, it was. Like
I'm like,
but I mean, I guess that it does. I mean, people like trip all the time.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I trip all the time.
oh my
like,
god. I mean, I had a friend who fell off a cliff. Like, no, so bad shit happens. But
Yeah, like I sprained my ankle while playing soccer, like earlier this year, and I just rested it. Compress, rest. What's the thing?
Yeah,
Ice, compress, elevate.
Yes. Ooh, you were nervous.
Well, Julio taught me that. No, Mads is a nurse.
Yes, she is a nurse.
But I did that, and like within a week I was like pretty much fine, and then like the next week I was totally fine.
Oh yeah, because sprained ankles aren't bad. It's really like if you
If you treat it
If you
well, if you
treat
don't,
it.
yeah. Oh my god, how unfortunate. Okay, sad story. We'll end this episode with on a lighter note. I talked about in I think episode 104, I talked about the game night and like how you brought that game over for the girls and how it was so funny, the never have I ever part, and how it was like never have I ever had a threesome, and we all were like, no. And like for a second we're like, oh damn, like that's disappointing that like that's crazy that none of us have ever had a threesome. But then like when you really think about it, it's like it seems like a lot.
It really does feel like
it's like a lot of planning, a lot of yeah.
Well, so my thing
Stress.
is, I think I'd be in a threesome, but I'm in a committed relationship, and it feels like a lot more work if you're in the relationship than if you're the third person.
Yes.
And I'd rather be the third person.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather just me and like two other single
Well, that's
people.
true.
Like,
That's true too. Yes, ideal scenario.
I would not want to be in love in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like, at this point in my life,
Yeah.
I'm not having a.
But it does work for a lot of people. I've heard of a lot of couples that like do
Oh my
that. And I'm
God,
like,
yeah.
wow, that's like good for you. But I
I'm
can't. I can't.
like, I love the idea of it in theory. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, yeah.
I wish. I truly wish. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, how fun.
Right.
But then I think I want to think about it for 1 second, and I'm like,
No, that's it. I think that's what we all decided to like in theory.
yeah.
Cool. Actually doing it, not
Like,
so
I
cool.
will kill someone. Oh my
Okay,
god.
this is it. The game
Yes.
for the girls.
You can buy it at Target. This was a fun college find. We went to our local Northwestern Target and bought this.
Okay, which ones
So
are
the
Never
purple
Have I Ever? The
are Never
purple?
Have I Ever.
Have you played it since?
Me and Matt's playing together. We did do that once during the pandemic. We tried to play this together. It was so sad.
Oh, Julio and I tried to play many things. We played so many games together, and it was very sad every time. No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Never have I ever driven under the influence.
Of what?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, ooh. Of alcohol? No, because I can't drink alcohol. I'm allergic. But I have done this with other substances.
I have as well.
Okay.
I'm not, this.
It's bad. It's not good. It's not, don't do it. And
No.
I don't do it anymore,
No.
but I have.
Yes, I have as well. I will lie. No, I'm not going to lie. I
Yeah.
did do this last night.
That's okay.
We went and saw
You know what? If
Trolls.
it's a short distance,
Yes.
then it's fine.
It was a 2-minute drive from the movie theater to our apartment from seeing Trolls. I had to be high to see Trolls.
you're so fine.
That movie was ridiculous. Yeah.
Wait, was it good?
Okay, so
We can talk about it.
my fiance, terrible taste in movies. She thinks she has a great taste. She's gonna hate me that I said that. Don't say- No, you can't.
I'm
say
keeping that in. Mads, we're kidding.
I love you. Well, she loves Trolls.
Okay, that is kind of
I mean, like, unironically.
But was it good? Was it cute?
It was better than the second.
Wait, there's 3? Troll. Okay.
Like I
Missed
said,
that. I have not seen one of them.
You don't need to. Actually, the first one was
But
cute.
it was good.
It was
high.
good. Oh, so good.
Yeah, you need to go in high, huh?
No, it was made for adults. I'm telling you this. Like, honestly, you got in Julio when it comes out. Just
Okay. Wait, it is out.
it's so well. It's on
Right.
theaters. So
Yeah.
but when it's like just watch it here.
We have
it's really
like AMC
high.
stubs though, so we
Oh,
like
just
to
do
like
that.
go to the theaters. But
Oh.
we should.
No, you
do
should
that,
honestly.
yeah.
They say this. It's meant for You go see it. Report back, and you'll see what I
I
mean.
will. Okay.
Okay.
You pull the next one.
Never have I ever done a drug deal.
Well, I've never been the one.
Yeah, what
I've never
side?
I've never sold drugs.
No.
But have I been on the other end?
Obviously.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was easy. Never have I ever gotten in a fist fight. I've not. No.
No.
I remember like seeing people fist fight at like parties in high school and just being like, guys, come on. This is so dumb. This is
You're
the
so
most,
lame.
This is like the least manly thing that you can do right now. Like you're so bad at expressing your emotions and like talking it out with people that you have conflict with that you have to resort to your fists. Like really. Come on.
yes.
Okay.
I
you go.
love it. Never have I ever said the wrong name during sex. I have not.
I've not done that.
No.
I'm always scared. Not always now, but
I know, like,
but,
really?
but in the past, like
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
have been scared of doing that just because I think I've seen like, you know, in movies and TV shows, people
Yeah.
doing that. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, it would be a nightmare.
Never have I ever accidentally peed during sex. I have not. I actually have not. I know for a fact that I have not done this. Have you?
Yeah, once. I did once.
That's all you're laughing. That's so funny. With Matt.
It's so bad. It was so bad. And we were out. We was like, we'd come out back from a night out. And it was like in college. Yes.
Oh, you were drunk?
drunk.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
okay.
so-
That's why I haven't, because I've never been drunk.
Oh yeah.
But so that actually, it does seem like a very normal thing. For,
Well,
like, a
so
drunk
that was, and
girl
that
to-
was a
yeah.
funny. It wasn't that she made. Yeah,
No,
it was
no,
very
no,
funny
totally.
afterwards. But no, in the moment, it was very traumatized. But that I was. Yeah, I didn't really realize it. I was so drunk.
Was she just like,
Neither of us
She
really
was-
realized it.
yeah, but she like obviously is like a really good person.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
like, oh,
Oh,
you're fine.
No, she was. Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay, let's just do a couple more.
I don't know what this is.
Never have I ever. I don't know. You're gay. Never have I ever given an. It says OTPHJ. Never have I ever given an over the pants hand job. That's what that is. No.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Never have I ever paid for porn. I haven't. No.
In this day and
Yeah.
age, why would you?
Literally.
You're losing in life if you're paying for porn.
Yeah.
In the age of the internet.
Yeah, that's just like poor financial.
Exactly.
decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, do the-
Never have I ever had sex on a plane.
Have you?
No. Have you?
No.
No.
Okay. Do you think you could? Well,
I'm such a germaphobe, so that's the
Oh.
thing. That feels really. I could not do it just for that.
Yeah,
because I
planes
hate
are
plane
just like,
bathrooms.
ugh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the grossest.
no,
thing.
that's it too. But
Yeah.
do you think some people who like have had sex on a plane like just have it in their seat?
Oh, I think so too.
Like
Yeah.
definitely like in first class,
Oh, in
like where
first
it's
class,
where
fully.
you can like shield, like they have like little doors. I don't
Well,
even
so
know.
that's
I'm
another
trying to act
thing.
like I
I
know
know.
what first class is like. I don't at all. But I think I've seen some sort of like bed situation there, right? Like I wouldn't know
I'm
in
just
economy.
imagining- Yeah, I just imagine myself in economy, like sitting next to someone and being like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like though, for totally in first class, it's probably really easy.
Yes.
You can have pods and you
Yeah.
know, if you're an overnight flight, everything's lights out.
Yes.
It's probably really easy to just
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, I want to cuddle my person."
Right.
You know?
And then just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ew. Once again, just the thought, I'm like, planes are so gross to me.
No, they are. They are. Hey, Julio and I have a long flight on Wednesday, so
Hey,
maybe
you tell me. Actually,
not an economy.
well, here's what we're gonna find out. Tune in next time to see if
Yeah.
it's the economy flight.
If we can make it happen. No, because what are they gonna do if they catch you?
No.
Like they
Kick you
can't.
off?
You can't. You yeah. Right. Like oh, you're arrested.
Literally.
Well, maybe you would be
Actually,
arrested.
you might actually be when you land.
Yeah.
That actually would.
I'd be scared of that.
But that's like if you're discreet and you're
Yeah.
in first class, economy. Sorry, I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah. Well, let us know
Yes.
if you've successfully had sex.
And how it worked.
Well, I guess most people just like go to the bathroom, but that's so. Oh my god! I just think of them. Oh, I just like cringe at the
Literally.
moment of like exiting the bathroom and there being a line of people. That is like, oh, that is not worth it
Or
to
you
me.
try and like space it out so one person goes out first, but then there's the line. It's like, oh, sorry, you can't go in there yet.
It's just so many things have to like fall
fall-
into place
yeah.
for that to be
So
okay.
cringe.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming over and being on NMJC this week, Sam. I really wanted to. I forced Sam to come on. Let's be real. I forced you to come on. I asked you before and you were like, no, I can't. I'm too awkward. I can't. And I was like, I'm going to ask you again now. And you were just like, oh, why not?
Well, you're my friend. What am I gonna
No,
do?
you're a really good
No, this
friend.
has been great.
You're a
Honestly,
really
this
good
was a lot
friend.
of fun.
Yeah,
I've had
much
such a nice
much
time.
less scary than you thought,
really
right?
was.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know why I assumed it's like live. I don't know. And it's like,
Oh,
I'm like, I don't know. Like, obviously I knew it was, but I was like, everyone's going to see
Yeah, we
it.
said really horrible stuff that we're gonna edit out. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah. If you subscribe, you'll get the exclusive one where we give all the dirt.
yeah. Oh my
$100
God,
a
that's-
month.
That's great. You just reminded me. Subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Follow NMJC on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you're listening to this episode right now. Like, comment, subscribe, review, whatever. Thank you guys for chilling with us this week. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Nothing much, just a chillin'.